Thanks for checking out this horror film review from the BananaLaser Horror Podcast. You can find our full archive of every unedited show at horrorphilia.com. Also, subscribe to BananaLaser on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. It says YouTube. Well, click subscribe. Thanks, and keep on banana-ing. I prayed that BananaLaser would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell wouldn't have such a shit show. Happy Halloween, Banana Brains! What's up? Welcome to BananaLaser. My name is Matt, Wazell if you're nasty, and with me, as always, is the co-host, and I don't know how riled up he gets in the sack, but I bet he wears crotchless panties and barks like a dog, Dave Z. What the fuck is up, Dave Z?
Hello, Haddonfield. What's going on?
That's right. We're back in Haddonfield, motherfuckers. It's October. It's Halloween time. It's good to be back. This is like putting on an old pair of pants that just fit just right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. It's been a blast too. You know.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's been a great time, and just I'm like I said when we started day one. I'm high all month, and I am. Even without chemical substance, I'm high. I'm fucking. Shit's going good. Life is good. I never thought, if you would have told me a year ago, I was gonna be excited to sit down and talk about Halloween 5, I'd say you're fucking out of your mind. But I confess I am. I am excited about it, and that's something great about the show. So fucking life is good.
Yeah. Let me start and say a couple things that I actually like about the movie. I like two of the kills. Okay. The pitchfork kill at the party and the guy, that was pretty awesome. Mikey with like the garden hoe to the face, that was awesome.
Yep,
I enjoyed that. Let's see what else. So that's two things I enjoyed.
Yeah, couple kills, sure.
Let's roll through the movie. Let's start at the top. Okay, right off the bat, something is rotten in Denmark with this movie because the credit sequence. I'm a huge fan of credit sequences. When they're done right, it fucking gets you. It's supposed to amp you up, get you jazzed for the movie. This one is lackluster at best.
And confusing.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Okay, all we got besides, the credits and names, we got quick images of a knife and it making a sound, and then like a pumpkin, and then it's stabbing the pumpkin. And it's all kind of quick cuts and edits, and it's just, yeah, like you said, it's confusing, and it's not interesting at all. I mean, whether they try to imply that someone is getting killed, or someone is, like a blind person is making a jack-o'-lantern? Is that it?
I don't know, but this is the strange thing about that. You see the knife, and you see the pumpkin and the cuts, and you hear the noises. Not just that, you see behind. There's like a little background to it, and there's like a stream there. It's a pumpkin being cut outside, and it's strange. That's what I got. Yeah, I just watched it a couple of nights ago. They're showing that, and they're showing like the stream that Michael, eventually floats down and everything. That's what I got out of it when I watched it. I could be way off. Who is carving the pumpkin? Is the implication that Michael's fucking carving a pumpkin as he's or someone else is carving the pumpkin as Michael went down at the end of 4 into that fucking ground and what we're about to see into the stream? It's definitely an outside atmosphere when this pumpkin's being carved. And I recall seeing a stream in the background.
It's the hermit guy. It's got to be.
I don't know. Maybe it is him. There you go.
Does he even have a name? I don't think so.
No, I know his parrot does because the parrot's name is fucking Sookie. Like freaking. I got a kick out of that because that's the name of the girl from, what do you call it? True Blood. That's her hot little ass. Sookie. Yeah.
Sookie.
Yeah, Sookie.
$5.
And she does Sookie. She's fucked everybody on that cast.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. That show is like softcore fucking vampire porn.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she's fucked everybody. I'm telling you. She's a dirty little fairy of all things.
Fairy?
Yes, I believe she's a fairy. I believe that's what her character is.
Oh my, that sounds as convoluted as like this plot of this movie.
Right?
Yeah, so, okay. After the fucking whacked out credit sequence with a stream in the background that I never saw, I'm going to have to watch that again.
Yeah, check it out. You know what I noticed about the credits? KNB, which is, there you go.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I saw that and I said, hey, okay. Because, you know, we alluded to it at the last show. I said, I haven't watched 5 in years. And I saw a trailer and it might have looked like there was some good kills and everything. Then I saw KNB in the opening credits. I'm like, this is when KNB really they were really ruling the world. It was all 3 of them together still. And they really started to become a fucking, you know, a well-known group of effects artists. So seeing that kind of got me a little bit pumped too. But we'll see what happens later. The movie, unfortunately, censors were really starting to crack down. So what do you do?
Unfortunately, after the credit sequence, we got a little recap of part 4, and it's just to get us up to speed. And, fucking,
this is good.
And right off the bat, I have to say that dynamite is that something that sheriffs carry around with them in the trunk of their car, or is that, where does that come into play? I mean, it makes sense as to why they would have just left the scene in part 4 and never thought to look inside the fucking hole.
Yeah.
But there was no dynamite in 4, and now all of a sudden it's here. You know, I guess they wised up to to their mistake and decided to try and fix it here. But yeah, do they just carry around C4, dynamite, or explosives and all this shit?
We did have the lynch mob, where there was this crazy bunch of fucking...
Oh, yeah, the rednecks, yeah.
Yeah, beer bellies, fucking running around trying to kill Michael Myers with rifles and fucking American flags and chugging whiskey and...
Getting throats ripped.
Yeah, right, getting throats ripped on top of it, yes, everything. Maybe they brought the dynamite to the table.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
see?
No shit.
I'd believe it from then. However, it was still a fucking cheat. It was a cliffhanger. You know, it was a chapter play. Let's go back to the fucking misery conversation. He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car. I was the only one. I stood up in the theater. Have you all gone mad? Anyway.
That's awesome.
Little fucking Annie Wilkes for you.
Yeah,
it's true. It was a fucking ripoff. It was a freaking, you know, they had a cliffhanger, and then they came back the next time, and they changed the events.
Yeah.
So... they should have done it in the first place, because why would you just fucking leave him there? It's Michael fucking Myers. We covered it at the last show, so whatever.
Yeah. Tie a chain around his neck with a boulder and sink him in a lake, or fucking put him in a spaceship and shoot him off to space. I mean, you got to do something. You can't just...
Absolutely. Have Loomis there. For God's sake, have Loomis involved in the fucking... the end. Why wasn't he there?
Yeah, that's true. He seems, especially in this movie... the bastard just pops up everywhere. It's like he's everywhere you need to fucking be. It's like, well, we need Loomis here, you know. It's like, is Loomis Jamie Lloyd's doctor? Why is he constantly? He's just walking in. Hey, Jamie, you still here? Yeah, okay.
It's his new obsession. Michael is dead. He has nothing else better to do. His new obsession. He went from Michael to Jamie. That's it.
Does he live in Haddonfield now? Because he's there. Like, before, he didn't live in Haddonfield. He lived outside of town, right? Am I wrong about that? He just came back to Haddonfield whenever Michael came there. But now, at the start of this movie, 1 year later, after the events of Michael supposedly dying, being shot to death, he's just there, and he's watching over Jamie. Yeah, it's his new obsession, I guess.
Well, Haddonfield has grown, is what's going on here. It's expanded. It used to be this small bumfuck town because, you know, remember that was kind of far off when in part 1 Smiths Grove is not located right in Haddonfield. It's probably in the big city. Haddonfield is a small suburb, you know. But as soon as part 2 comes around, they have their own hospital, Haddonfield Memorial. Now we have the Haddonfield Children's Clinic. Yeah. You know, the economy is booming thanks to Michael Myers.
Shit is really happening. Holy
yes,
fuck.
They're huge. You know, and that's where it's at, the Haddonfield Children's Clinic. And there they are. And Loomis, because of his new obsession, I don't know if he's employed by him, if he's done with fucking Smiths Grove. This is why I'm enjoying this. This is why I'm going to enjoy this conversation. And this is the fun I'm going to have with this movie. This is where you say all that shit in the beginning about you're trashing it. I have fun with it because it's one big fucking banana. It's a slip of the banana. The whole fucking movie.
Yes.
But it's funny. It's fucking funny that Loomis, especially because it's him. That not only does he work at the children's clinic and he's there all the time, he just happens to be at the hospital too. He just always happens to be, and it continues in the next movie. But he's just, oh, he fucked. Yeah. So did he change his profession? Did he go from being a psychiatrist? Oh no, hold on, rewind. He did not change his profession because Michael Myers was a child. You know what I'm saying? So he was a child psychologist. So now he continues to be, and he's affiliated with the children's clinic, and Jamie's the one that has mental problems now.
Are you just piecing that together, or is that in the movie explained? I don't think so, right?
I just pieced it together right now. I'm just trying to explain that away.
That makes sense. I mean,
See? Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
When Jamie first fucking does her little thing and her silent scream and everything else, and they bring her in the room and they're going to sedate her or do something to her or cut her, he comes out of nowhere.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Right? Suddenly he's there, but here's something else funny about it. The first words that come out of his mouth are the last words that come out of his mouth in 4. Although it's not as dramatic. But it's not, no, it's not that, but it's fucking, it's no, and fucking because they're trying to do something to him, to Jamie,
God.
and he pops in. That's the first time you get a glimpse of Loomis, when Jamie starts flipping out in the place at the children's clinic. Yeah, and they're gonna bring her down, and then
they're gonna cut. She can't breathe. Essentially, the doctor is going to give her a tracheotomy so she can breathe, and then a psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever he is, just steps in and is like, "Excuse me, doctor, you don't want to do that."
No! What are you doing? Leave her! This girl is dying. I have to open her trachea, for God's sake.
She will stabilize.
She's dying.
No. You see?
I see you still want this girl dead.
What authority does this fucking guy have over people in the town? He is, in this movie more so than any other, he's bossing the cops around like nobody's fucking business. He's like, hey, you guys need to tail that girl. If she dies, that's on you. That is on you. And they're like, well, fuck. What else are we going to do? We better tail this girl. Like, what the and telling the doctor to, no, stop your operation that might save this girl's life. Don't do that. Listen to me. I'm a fucking doctor. Ding. Like, what the fuck? He is more insane in this movie than ever before as well. If you want to see an old man grab and scream at a fucking, a 10-year-old, a 10-year-old girl, then this is the movie for you. Because every scene they're in together, where's Michael? Where's Michael, Jamie? I know you know where Michael is. Tell me.
You gotta help me, Jamie. You gotta help me to find him. We both know he's alive. But you know where he is. Why? Why are you protecting him?
Get the fuck out of here. Why does he think, okay, she wakes up and he jumps in. Why does he think that Michael is alive? Is it because, like, why? I understand they're trying to give her this psychic link now, even more so than the last movie, but what evidence does he have? I forget. I'm blanking. What happens that makes him...
I don't think he does. I just think that he's that... First of all, he's fucking... He's straight gangster. Straight up. He is. He's fucking straight gangster.
He's still packing his piece.
The cops are listening to him. Dude, yes. He packs his shit. Nobody fucks with him. The cops listen to him. Doctors listen to him. He's the fucking godfather of Haddonfield. Let's be honest here. That dude runs the fucking show. I don't know. But,
even Sheriff Meeker now, he's like, you would think they would be fucking done. He's even like...
Killed his daughter?
He's even fucking throwing that... Like, your daughter's fucking dead. You remember that? Maybe we should do something.
Do I have to remind you? Yeah. He's great. The same thing happens with fucking Bracket between 1 and 2, with the cop and the daughter, and they recall it once again in this with 4 and 5 with the other sheriff. His daughter gets whacked. Same fucking thing.
Yeah, no shit.
Weird, isn't it?
Huh? Didn't make that connection.
Yeah, it's weird, but he's straight gangster, and I don't know if he thinks Michael's alive. I just think he's very concerned about Jamie because let's face it, look what he did at the end of what she did at the end of part 4. He's bugging the fuck out. Evil's been passed over. No, he's fucking flipping. You got to keep an eye on this little girl here. She's the new Michael. So he is, So now that's his obsession.
Okay, he wasn't at the final shootout at the end of 4. So he really doesn't know what happens. I think that he.
Oh, that's true.
I think that he thinks that Michael is alive still. Because he's pure evil, and nothing can kill him. That's what he thinks. And by the end of 4, he, I think I sold Gary on the fact that they had the psychic connection already in part 4. At the end of 4, Loomis is convinced that Michael made Jamie kill her foster mother. And they have like a psychic connection. I think he realized it then. And so that's why he's hovering around Jamie all this time, because he's just waiting for something to happen. And it's not until Michael wakes up from his coma, I guess. He was in a coma for a year. And Jamie starts, she starts like drawing, what he sees and stuff like that. And so I think that's what makes him pervy to the scenario, and he's like, oh, Michael's around, I gotta prod her to tell me where Michael is so I can hunt him down. I think that's kind of how it works in my mind anyways.
Yeah, no, I can buy that. I think you're right. I think that he probably does think that he's still alive, and because it's a whole different Jamie at the beginning of this, which is fucking utterly ridiculous. That's one.
It's so stupid. Okay, obviously she would be traumatized,
of course. But she killed the fucking woman.
Well, she didn't kill her.
Well, right off the bat, that's the issue. That's what I'm taking fucking issue with. Of course she killed her. There was blood all over the place. She had a bloody ass knife. No. She went up and down and fucking stabbed her.
They shot more. Either they shot more images, or they showed more images from part 4. Because in part 4, you don't see her actually do any killing. You just see the aftermath. And then in this one, they show images of her being stabbed, but she's really just being stabbed like in the shoulder, very much like how Rachel gets killed terribly in this movie. And then later they're saying that the foster parents are like out of town on a trip, meaning that she's still alive.
Oh yeah, of course she's alive. Yeah. Yes, it's just ridiculous to me. It was a cheat. That's all.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's what made it so pivotal. Yes, exactly. At the end of 4, which I was raving about last show, what a great ending it was.
Yeah.
That she did his thing, and it was a great ending to the movie. Now they cheated you out of it. You fucking think that this girl's evil, and the next movie she's going to be the killer. Not that would have worked or whatever, but still, once again, I said last time they should have ended the series there, and okay. But it was a great ending, and we get cheated out of a great ending because of what they've done. It wasn't a great ending with the way Michael was disposed of. That was weak, and obviously it was done intentionally because it's such an easy thing to come back from. What a shitball thing. Oh well, she's not really dead. She attacked her foster. She attacked her. That's what it's been talked to. That's what it's been dropped down from a felony to a misdemeanor, basically.
Yeah.
Without having to go to beg the mercy of the police.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him.
So, yeah, Michael, after passing out or whatever in the hermit's hut, okay, we flash forward a year. What has Michael been? Has he been in a coma this whole time? It's kind of not really talked about.
I saw this movie opening night, 89, right?
Oh, brother.
It was right in the thick of things. Of course, after the success of 4, whatever.
Yeah.
It was just the times. That part when Michael, after they have the explosion, and you see Michael crawl down the thing, and he goes down, it is fucking borderline hysterical.
His water slide routine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When he fucking water slides in this thing, and he spins around.
Hey,
and the way, yes, and he's floating. The first time I saw it, my friend and I, who I've seen many of these movies with, were fucking laughing out loud. We're probably the only two assholes in the theater. We were fucking laughing out loud in 1989 at that scene. We're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know, because really, it looks ridiculous.
It looks ridiculous.
Like he's a twig fucking flowing with current, you know? Oh, it's comical. See, how about, where does that guy live? Isn't that weird that he just kind of stumbles upon this thing? This guy lives below fucking ground level? What kind of place is it? That's what I never got.
It's a structure that, it seems reasonably made, like he knows how to build a hut, out of wood or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's squatting in this place or if he built
weird,
it.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a fucking, I don't want to say bum, because he's got somewhat of a nice establishment going on, sort of.
Right? He's got that bird.
Yeah,
know?
He's just a guy who lives outside of normal society, I guess.
It's just weird. It's just
it is weird. I think, was it Gary that was saying, it's an homage to Frankenstein, or the Son of Frankenstein, one of the sequels.
He does see a blind hermit in that one movie. He stumbles upon him.
Oh, okay.
And, he hangs out with them for a little bit, and
yeah, he teaches them how to talk a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah.
See, I get confused because they spoof it in Young Frankenstein.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I've seen Young Frankenstein several times. So, whatever, I digress.
Yeah, so what do you think? Do you think he was in a coma?
Injured.
Okay.
No, I don't think he's in a coma at all. I think he fucking collapses when he tried to attack him. Then he goes down. I don't think it's a coma. I think the guy nurses him back to health. Because remember, he sits up and his mask is off. It's like hanging up on a fucking thing, So he's just kind of laying down in bed. And he finally gets the strength to come back. I think that he has, like, physical injuries. I mean, obviously, you would think he would. He's been shot fucking
6 times.
Yeah.
6.
6 a movie,
Yeah.
Fucking shotgun blasted now, and all of a sudden now he needs a year to recover.
Right. And
before it was like, boom, okay, a slight inconvenience. Oh, it's just a flesh wound,
And he's willing just to let this stranger who is willing to help him, strangely,
right.
it's like a fucking, what's that, Perfect Strangers scenario with Balky, his cousin, coming in, and all of a sudden they're best, they're roommates and shit, whatever.
That could have been a sitcom right there. Michael, the old fisherman, and Sookie.
Why? Okay, let me ask you this: Why did they do that? Why did they progress the story to a year later? Why not?
One reason.
Why not do a Halloween 2 and pick up the same night?
They couldn't write. I guess the scriptwriters could have come up with something that worked.
You're implying that there's script writers for this movie, because I fucking beg to differ. I think they had some sets, they had some actors, and they had a guy in a fucking, a really, really bad Michael Myers mask.
Ooh.
And I think that's all they had. I think any semblance to like a cohesive script in this is gone. Absolutely gone.
You're right about that.
Nothing really fits together. It's just, yeah. So, anyways,
you know what happened? Well, honestly though, you're joking, but it's halfway serious, because they had big success with 4. They had some good numbers with it. Because, let's face it, the title alone sold it.
Yeah,
the return of Michael Myers.
That's what people wanted, understandably.
Right.
Yeah.
That put asses in seats. They made some bucks. So, looking back, it was a mistake. But what happened was this movie came out a year later. So, literally, and this is a fact, the script wasn't even 100% written, and they were already in production. So, they got started on this movie 4 months after this one wrapped up, and boom, 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 they got it out in a year. It was extremely rushed. And this is what you see. And the funny thing is, this movie came out when Halloween 4 was being dropped to like freaking VHS and shit. So they were, in a sense, they were competing against themselves. One was coming out to video, and one was coming at the theater at the same time. And it was extremely rushed. and a big mistake. But like I said, the script wasn't even 100% done, and they were in production. So it was just fucking let's go. Let's fucking cash in, and this is what greed gets you.
It's all about the Benjamins, yeah.
Yeah, but it would have been a much better product maybe if they would have just waited one more year. You should never have a sequel come out every year. Although, I guess it was okay for Saw.
Even the worst Saw sequel is better than Part 5 sequel. Well, maybe not.
Well, the difference is about the worst Saw sequel, there's nothing, it's what the fuck moments for me. I guess it pisses me off, when I look at the bad Saw sequels. There's only 2 that really bothered me. But it pissed me off because it didn't make sense and it's not traditional to the story. But this, like I said, I find humor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because, like I said about Friday, I'm not as passionate about the series. So I guess maybe it's just me overlooking it. I just laugh it off and say, fuck it, it's ridiculous, but whatever, I'm going to try to have fun with it.
Right.
I guess Saw is not the type of series to have fun with in that way. So I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Maybe I'm just thinking too much, but
No, I think you're right. So yeah.
So Jamie's fucked up.
Yeah, Jamie's fucked up. There. They got her.
You don't know why.
No.
We know why. Pardon me. We don't know why she can't speak.
Yes. Because of trauma. I guess that happens.
I guess so.
What makes it terrible is that later in the movie, her voice just comes back, and there's no revelation. There's no nothing, and so that's what negates her not having. Why even do it at all? At that point, if you're just going to have her just start talking again later without any real reason, at all, what's the point of doing it?
Over that stupid bitch too. Tina. That fucking situation.
Yeah.
Over her fucking annoying ass. Now she talks. She goes through all the shit. Michael Myers is coming to fucking kill people and she knows it. She can't talk. She sees this fucking stupid bitch Tina and all of a sudden she can spit shit out. That was a popular thing back then about having someone not be able to fucking talk for 3/4 of the film and then all of a sudden they talk and it's a big deal. They did it in freaking Nightmare on Elm Street with what's his name? With Joey.
Oh yeah.
They did it there, and you know what else they did? They did it in fucking Hellraiser 2. And it was kind of the same time period. Huh. You seen Hellraiser 2, right?
Yeah. I just
the girl with the puzzle box girl, and then all of a sudden she fucking speaks at the end, and it's a big deal. So it was like a trend in the fucking genre to have somebody mute for fucking 3/4 of a movie.
A real lazy trend to try and give some kind of character development to your heroine, essentially.
It's not fucking character arc. It's fucking ridiculous.
Rachel makes her return and sees Jamie in the hospital. Crazy fucking Tina shows up with the dog Max. I don't understand why they thought that bringing in this girl and making her have such a huge connection with Jamie was the right way to go. You already have an established character to be that mother figure for her. If it's considering that the parents, for some reason, decided to go on vacation a year after, they didn't want to. They didn't want the mother to get stabbed again. I guess is why they're not around. But
right, and they love her. That's the most. I hate to be harsh on the girl, considering she's an 8-year-old girl or whatever she is, 9, whatever. You hate to be harsh on her, but holy fuck, do they gravitate to this girl that fucking attacked her mother? Well, this girl attacked my mother. I'm just gonna fucking, I'm just gonna adore her. And on top of it,
yeah, it's like nothing happened.
It's like nothing happened. Now, how about Tina and that fucking dog? They come in like they've been best friends for years. There was not even mention of fucking Tina and her dog in part 4. So, in essence, she got to know her friend Rachel's foster sister, friggin' never even speaking to her before in a hospital after she attacked her mother. Somehow they got a close relationship between these two people.
And the fact that Tina even wants to be friends with somebody who brutally attacks her foster mother. It's like, back off. I don't care how big of friends you are with Rachel. I would still be weary about hanging out with Jamie Lloyd. Jesus Christ.
Seriously, why not just have Rachel be in the movie and play that role? Because obviously, Tina's annoying as fuck. There's no secret there. It was a stupid character. It was a stupid thing to do. They should just let Rachel go and then whatever, let her get whacked at the end. Fine. I guess they need a couple extra bodies. I understand she needs friends to get whacked. It's, par for the course in these movies.
But they introduce all these characters, like 4 new characters. They are fucking terrible. You needed somebody to ground them, somebody that you're familiar with. These guys are 100% new. You decide to kill off one of 3 people that we can connect with in this movie right off the beginning as like some kind of shocker moment. Well, you just fucking cut out the only person I wanted to follow in this movie because, one, I'm tired of following a child
who can't talk.
Exactly.
She was good in the first movie, okay?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say it because I don't like the children in slashers, but I said it at the end of the last show. She won me over on my last fucking view. She did a good job.
Oh, absolutely.
4, so it was nice that she was in part 5, and it could have been nice to follow, but not when she doesn't fucking speak.
She needs to be a secondary part of this movie,
agreed.
Not right up front.
True. Not.
And so, we're introduced to these 4 other characters. You got Tina, her boyfriend, who's a fucking douchebag. Mikey.
Michael.
Yeah, exactly. Then their friends, some asshole named Spitz, and his girlfriend Samantha. Fuck all these characters. Just kill them already. They are atrocious, and they don't waste time. They actually do. Once Rachel gets picked off at the house, then all of a sudden, instead of Michael just taking off and trying to kill his niece, which is seemingly what he wants to do, right? He just gravitates towards Tina and is like, well, I'm going to go kill Tina and her friends now. It's like, what the? I did not get that at all.
Right?
He made it all the way to where Jamie's foster family lives, and then immediately abandons chasing after Jamie whatsoever, just to do what? To fill out the fucking movie, to pad the movie. It's the only reason. And
it's a total cat and mouse, but stupid fucking shit thrown in on the side. One knows one's coming for the other, and the other one knows that the other one's coming for the other. They're fucking, it's, setting up a big showdown, but all that shit in between is just, I understand you just can't go right to the finale. They should have kept Rachel going, and you just don't see enough of Loomis. Honestly, that's what I get out of it. But it's typical slasher fare. You got to have teenagers getting whacked. That's what people are paying to see in creative ways.
I guess it would have been better if we liked any of these new characters. We don't like any of them. Tina right off the bat is annoying. I mean, she's cute, but she's annoying. Her friends are fucking even worse. They are. Who wants to know anything about these people?
Well, I want to know a lot about Sammy. I'll tell you that.
Oh, really? Is that your girl right there?
Oh, not only is that my girl right there, I think she is probably, unquestionably, the hottest chick in the history of fucking the franchise. How's that for you?
Wow, that is a bold statement. Is it because all the blood on her boobs later?
She's hot right off the bat. The first time you see her, she's bubbly and fucking just, man, she's fucking yummy. I'll tell you.
Well,
she is, man. And then later on when she gets down and dirty, I mean, but even cast that aside, even before when you first meet her, I couldn't fucking take my eyes off her. First time I saw it,
I wish I shared your sentiment, but I don't. And if there was a banana I'm going to peel in this movie, it would be Tina, I guess. I mean, she's so annoying, but there's just the options are so limited, and I just don't. That's blonde Sam just doesn't do it for me.
Hoo-wee. Wow, no shit, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she blows me away. Sammy Banana.
Yeah, I'm a brunette guy, I guess. Yeah, after the atrocity of Rachel getting killed, we get right to another kill, and this is one of my favorites because Mikey is clearly a fucking asshole, and he doesn't seem to like anyone except for his fucking car.
Yeah.
And Michael uses that to piss the guy off before he fucking rakes his face, essentially. And
yeah,
I guess maybe that was their fucking really shallow attempt to give this guy some kind of characterization besides being a jerk. is that he
Right.
loves his car, and Michael's going to hurt his car, and there's this, whatever. It just doesn't work for me.
No, and it's so unlike Michael to do that.
Yeah, he doesn't toy with people like that.
Right.
It's very out of character.
Yeah, he's not fucking Freddy Krueger,
Yeah. Oh, can you? Oh, I wish they would have gave Michael some lines in this movie, like, "Hey, Mikey," or "Hey, asshole,"
Oh, yes. No shit. But no, we had Loomis to deliver the fucking lines as usual, and and they were good. Hell would not have him. He's got some good lines. Not as good as like one or two, but he's got a couple.
They're reaching. Loomis says "rage" in this movie about 10 times.
Oh yes,
Rage!
it's the new thing.
Yeah,
rage. 5 and
rage.
6.
Yeah.
This rage, Michael.
Rage!
It's great. It's not gonna stop the rage.
Rage!
Go home. Go to your home, Michael,
Oh yeah.
where it's all began.
Yeah. That's not gonna stop the rage.
Rage!
Oh, it's great. Well, it's not great, but it's funny. It's funny because it's him, and as long as you're on the subject of humor, what the fuck were they doing with those two asshole cops?
Oh my God.
And that fucking clown music.
Oh.
All clear.
Nothing above, nothing below.
What about Max?
Adobe, right?
This is not happening to me. Max! Max, what have you done? I'm so embarrassed.
It's what we're here for.
Rescue cats.
Find dogs.
That's a job.
And we love it.
Wrong movie to put these guys in. I mean,
Wow.
what are they fucking doing? Terrible.
No, just have two regular cops. We searched the house. We couldn't find anything. Sorry. Whatever. Fucking let them be dumb cops or whatever they want to be. Don't make them fucking bumbling idiots and fucking play wee fucking clown music and shit when they're walking and talking. What the fuck? Who is the asshole that decided to put that in there?
You know what I just realized? What movie stole elements from this is Scream 4. Because Scream 4, you got the two stupid cops. I can't remember their names now, but you got two dumbass cops, and you have the party in the barn where Courtney Cox almost dies, and so excuse me, but yeah, whenever they're at this party, I forget what they call it, but they're at some fucking costume party. The whole time I'm thinking, Scream 4. Scream 4 did this. Scream 4 fucking stole this.
Wow.
Maybe that's why that movie isn't as great as some of the other ones, but yeah.
Wow. I've only seen it once, and I own the Blu-ray, and I haven't seen it since I bought it. But it didn't even make that connection. That I forgot they even had that with the cops. I mean, they kind of had what's his name, that character in that what's his name played Arquette. He was a little bit of a goofball cop in the original, but not to the point where they're he still manned up when he had to do his thing. He was a little sheepish or whatever. But I mean, he wasn't a complete joke like they made fucking these two cops out to be.
Yeah, and
why would you do that? That's my question. Why?
As if we couldn't get it, with their subtext.
Right.
They gotta play fucking clown music and whistles behind them, like. Oh my God, get the fuck out of here. We get it. They're morons. We get it. You know why they're cops? Because the entire police force was killed a year ago by Michael Myers. So they had to just pick up whoever on the, hey, you want to be part of the sheriff's force? You? Yeah. Yeah, you. Yeah. Yeah, put the bong down. You're now on the fucking on the fucking force. Here's a gun. That's why they had to get anybody in there, but they try so hard to do something that's like the original Halloween. After Mikey dies, Michael Michael goes to pick up Tina to go to the fucking party or whatever, and he's wearing a mask that's it's some Halloween mask, and he's acting like her boyfriend Mikey apparently, which
yeah. It's funny that it's the same name. There you go.
Yeah, but
it's not funny, but whatever.
First of all, you got Michael in this. I mean, this mask that he's wearing is the exact opposite of the faceless shape mask. You got this fucking guy with a fucking granny face, and he's got the most expression you could fucking have in a mask.
Right.
But behind it is Michael Myers, who is just emotionless and still. It just fucking doesn't work. But they're trying to call back, in my opinion, to Bob and Linda.
One,
to Bob and Linda and that whole thing, because that works so well. But this just fucking fails miserably.
Yes.
Big time.
Wah, wah, wah.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, wah. Yeah, so...
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's terrible. Fucking, he drives and picks her up, and she gives him a kiss through the mask, and she does that dance in front of him. Why aren't you talking? And they just elaborate more on it, and what the fuck?
And then
very bad.
She wants cigarettes, so they're going to go to the fucking some convenience store, and this is where Jamie's psychic connection, I guess maybe the word cigarettes triggers her. I don't fucking know, but her psychic spidey sense just fucking goes haywire, and she sees what he sees and all this stuff, and the cops get involved.
Yeah.
and fucking Loomis.
Cookie woman.
Loomis gets fucking involved in all this shit. And the cops chase him down, and Michael gets away, and blah blah blah. But
what did it say?
Big woman.
A big woman? A big woman who works in the store. What? Jamie.
Cookie woman.
Cookie woman. Cookie woman.
Dale's gas station, 5th and Main.
Yeah, it's terrible. But Loomis isn't trying to interpret it, and it's fucking great. What's cookie woman, he says. It's great.
Is that what he says?
Cookie woman, yeah, because there's a big woman on the front of the thing, and I think she has cookies where her tits are supposed to be or something, and I don't know. Something about cookie woman, but I know that he definitely says that. Cookie woman. Oh, it's great. And he's trying to coax her even before, and he's so out of character for some reason in the delivery of the lines, and he's like saying, "Did you know, Jamie, that what the fuck did he say? Now, this makes no sense either. That he stole a fucking a 9-year-old corpse from the fucking graveyard."
Yeah.
He mentioned that to him, and then he says, how does he say it? He goes, "What do you think he's going to do with that?" He says. It doesn't sound like Loomis at all, the way he delivers that line. It's
I
like
don't know. Is he going to have sex with it? Yeah, he is so...
He's begging her.
In Jamie Lloyd's face, he cannot be any closer to her Jamie, tell me where Michael is. He is fucking pressed up against her fucking face. It is borderline, and he is insane at this fucking point.
Right?
He has nothing else in his life. He needs this so bad. He's like, just give me another hit of Michael. Just one more hit, Jamie. I just need one more hit. Just one more and I'm done.
Rage!
Just one fix.
Yes, exactly.
Holy fuck.
Where do they go? They go back to Rachel's house? No one's there, right?
Well, let me think about this. After the fiasco at the store, yeah, I do believe they do. They do go to the house, and then later on, they go to the, remember, because the kids are going to put on a play or some shit, and then they go back to the clinic. So, but I don't remember what happens when they go to the, Rachel's house, except I think they find the dead dog. He does it again. He fucking does it again. For no reason this time.
That's actually near the end of the movie when they find that, I think.
Oh, is it the end of the... Okay,
yeah, Max, yeah. But yeah, well, let's talk about that. What is that? 1, 2, 3.
That's 3 and 5
Is it
movies.
3?
Well, 4 that he's been in.
Fucking that's Michael Myers. You know,
yeah,
that's his
shtick.
That's his fucking sitcom fucking shit right there. Well, we have to do this. I mean, you have to have Kramer run through the door and look all wild. That's what you have to do. He kills dogs. Sometimes he eats them. You know. I bet
a quagmire. You know,
he was getting some gourmet fucking shit living with that Herman. I bet he wasn't having to eat any dog or any. Who knows what he was eating?
Yeah, he was all right, you know. But then he went. But now, see, he killed the first dog for food. Then I think he just got off on it. He just said, "Well, I'm fucking killing dogs. It just became something that, the first time it was a necessity, he just must have enjoyed it so much. He just said, okay, fuck it. I'm rolling with it, man. I'm killing every fucking man, woman, child, and beast that fucking encounters me.
When a dog comes up and barks at him, he thinks the dog is saying, hey, I'm your cousin. I'm your cousin, Max. Right. He's like, you're my fucking cousin? I gotta kill you, motherfucker. There
you go. Do the Myers own a dog? Let's go back to that. Maybe that's it. It's one more family member.
She was in the back of the car with fucking Lori. Whenever the parents pulled up at the beginning of part 1, the dog was.
There you go. Yeah. There it is. It's explained away once again.
Oh my god. So after that fiasco, Tina still wants to go to the fucking party. She doesn't know where her boyfriend is. She struts off, and this is where this is where Loomis instructs these two dumbass cops to tail her for the rest of the night, and they actually end up just giving her a ride to the fucking party.
Yeah, hey, you guys may as well give me a ride. I don't have a ride now because fucking.
Hey, we're dumbasses.
And they do. Yeah. She doesn't have a ride because her boyfriend's whacked, and fucking Michael took over, and they picked her up at the grocery store, at the gas station with the cigarettes. So I still want to party. I still want to. I don't know where Rachel is. I assume she just flaked and went to fucking wherever her foster parents
are. Yeah,
whatever her parents. And well, okay, let's just go party. Fuck it, I don't know where my boyfriend is. Michael's. They're talking about Michael Myers. Fuck it. It's Halloween. Let's go party. This Jamie girl's all fucked up. She's trying to tell us something. We don't know what she's saying. Cookie woman and everything else. Fuck it. We got to get to this party, and you guys are going to be my fucking escorts. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow. Crazy.
It is crazy. It's utterly ridiculous. It's
it just makes no sense how they get from scene to scene to scene. You can tell they're just fucking setting up a camera and being like, well, let's have the cops in it now, and we got to. Right. They're like, we got to get to this scene, and well, we already filmed it, and you guys were there, so I guess we'll just have you saying something now that gets you to that scene. It's terrible.
Yes, we have to change locations. Please say something to fucking to seg us. Yeah, I can't even.
Fuck.
What about Thorne though? Thorne is we do see. In the process of this, we do see the man in black and the steel tip shoes following and spying. Yeah. This is going on in this movie, and we do see Michael earlier. Actually, towards the beginning, I believe in the first 15, 20 minutes of this, you see that triangular mark on his wrist. Mm-hmm. So they make a point to show you, and then that's it. I mean, they just show you a mark on his wrist, and they show the man in black up until the very end. They just, we're just seeing these subplots, and we're like,
I actually kind of like having the man in black peer up every now and then. Does it go anywhere? No, and not until the next movie. But it's kind of a mystery element because there's nothing else going on in this movie that's interesting, and so whenever that guy comes in, it makes it interesting because you're like, well, something is going on. Right. And that's the only thing, not the only thing, but it's one of the things that I found interesting, actually, watching this movie. Does it go anywhere? No. Does it end poorly, with that as a cliffhanger? Yeah, absolutely. But, I kind of like that because it reminds me of, serialized television with, mystery elements. They got to pepper in something that's going to pay off down the road kind of thing. Yeah, so I guess it's kind of interesting on that level. Is it totally fucking out of place for a Halloween movie? Absolutely. But no. Hey, and like you said, they didn't even know what the fuck they were filming. They were just filming it.
Yeah.
They were like, well, maybe it's a relative, Clearly he's from out of town. He steps right off the bus. And
they do show that. Yeah,
he's definitely out of town because nobody in Illinois dresses like that. With
true.
Steel-tipped cowboy boots. I mean, this guy is highfalutin. So
yeah, that was interesting. That was it was that small little subplot that just made you I guess scratch your head a little bit.
It's a head
say,
scratcher. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
what's going on here? And then they just show the thing on Michael's wrist once, and then they don't allude to it anymore in this movie. And then this guy is stalking, in a matter of speaking, doing his thing. Mm-hmm. And then we get to the barn and the party and that whole fucking ridiculous...
The barn. Okay, here's one of my many, many problems with the barn. They do a repeat of what they did in part 4, where it had the kids with the Michael Myers mask or outfit on, like tricking the cops. Do these kids want to fucking get shot? I mean, hey, I'm gonna act like a serial killer and then run around with a fake knife and act like I'm gonna kill somebody, knowing right in front of a fucking cop they have guns. You know, it's like oh, that's so frustrating. It's like,
now, that is frustrating.
And then the guy spits, he just laughs like, hey, you know, like, I'm so crazy.
Yes, right.
Like, no,
but
you're such a fucking idiot.
How could they possibly? Now think about Tina. Tina and her friend and Sammy are in on the joke with Spitz, okay? Think about what they're joking about. They would joke about fucking, not just any serial killer, Michael Myers, the guy that just fucking killed. They're completely involved in the whole situation.
Yeah.
This girl has been by Jamie's side for a year because her fucking Uncle Michael tried to kill her and she fucking tried to kill her mother and all this other drama. People she knows got whacked in the city. All this happened less than a year ago. This should hit fucking, this should be, it hits home. It's near and dear to her. The whole fucking situation. She's been with this poor Jamie for a year suffering. She's gonna fucking make light of that in this situation on this night.
Terrible. Yeah, they're terrible characters. They're terrible people. They're poorly written. They fucking terribly acted. It's just fucking terrible.
Take me, but spare my friend. She's a virgin.
Got her phone number?
You think that's funny?
Hey, no, man. No, hey, just a little Halloween prank, okay?
Definitely not funny. Somebody could easily be dead right now.
Fortunately, we're lousy cops.
Sorry.
Not only that, but they do it again later inside the barn when it's him and his girlfriend. They do it again.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The
He puts on
same
mask.
fucking
Oh,
joke
God.
again, and that comes at a time where there's been like three or four fake scares. There's like while Tina's walking around the barn and those guys are walking around the barn, there's like 4 fake scares in a row. Give me a fucking break. Yeah. If there's one thing I don't like, it's a cat jumping out and fake scaring us. But then when they do that so many times, it's like, you guys literally have nothing to fucking film, do you? Nothing.
A cat. That was so 1980 fucking 1 and 1982. A cat. Right. You know, they did it in Friday Part 2. They did it in fucking Halloween 2. Now they're doing it fucking 7 years later. Come on, man. And repeating and doing it again. You know?
Just terrible.
What the fuck? And I gotta tell you, everything I said about dogs, I completely feel the opposite. I noticed that when I'm watching the movie. These cute little kittens in this barn. I'm thinking, how bad would I feel if they came back and fucking Michael had picked up these fucking baby kittens and threw them against the fucking barn door and killed them? That, to me, would not be the least bit funny.
No,
not the least bit.
No,
and
absolutely
I don't want to see it. You know what I say about the dogs and kids, that it's cool because you never see it. But for some reason, with the baby kittens...
Oh, because they're so helpless and so cute.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just not a dog person, maybe, that it doesn't really bother me with dogs. I don't know. But it made me think, I'm like, you know, because remember, she sees blood on the cat. Remember, she comes back in after the murder. Mm-hmm. Tina comes in and sees blood on the cat. That's what made me think of it. I'm like, oh man, what if he fucking stepped on these cats? He kills dogs.
He just is stomping around. Hey,
yeah, you know?
are you fucking kittens related to me? I think you fucking are. Time to die.
Time to die. That's it. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe if Michael would have had a cat in his family in Part 1, there you go. The kittens would have been squashed. But that's just it. I just, you know, it was just an observation as I'm watching the movie. Like, you know what? That would not be one bit funny. So I guess now I can understand why some people get so offended by the dogs being whacked.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm a dog owner, it's never bothered me. But I guess kittens just seem more, I don't know. Maybe because they were kittens. Maybe if they were full-grown fucking
I think it's because they were kittens. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was the baby thing.
But, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, though, this gets one of the fucking coolest kills in any of the fucking Halloween movies, I think. And I was shocked because I was just so hating this movie the other night when I watched it. But then this kill happens, and it looks fucking great. The pitchfork through the... I thought it was going to be a double impalement, that we've seen before. But no, it's just him, and I'm fine with that. It looks great, and it's kind of shocking, and I really enjoyed it.
I agree.
It's a good moment.
It is a good moment. It was a good scene. Everything that led up to that led up to it was good. The whole scene, we get to see fucking Sammy get down and dirty, and they're doing their thing, and it go. That's what I said when I said at the last show that I saw the previews for this.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was what I saw in it.
The
and
pitchfork.
I was like, yeah. I was like, this might not be too bad. Maybe we do get some good slasher elements that it's gonna make it enjoyable. And that was one good moment, and that's obviously the fucking that's the banana split. Unless there's something we haven't discussed yet, but.
No, my banana split is probably Mikey's rake to the face. I still like that
is
that
good.
Better. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is good.
Yeah.
I like the pitchfork better though. I think it was more impactful, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, mine's the rake. Mikey's rake to the face. Maybe because I hate him more, or
right.
and it's to his face. Where it's just
It was cool. If it would have been a little bloodier, I would have enjoyed it more. But it was cool.
Yeah.
You know what though? What did Tina think by the time she got to this party? Did she not know that her boyfriend was dead? Because she just thinks that. Because what did they tell her when they got there? That Jamie Lloyd is having dreams about you being here, and we got to take you to fucking go see this little girl. Didn't they say something about Michael Myers being loose to her, or something? Wasn't it alluded to at that point? Did she just think her boyfriend blew her off?
I
or
think
did she
that's
think,
what
hey,
she
Michael
thought.
Got my boyfriend.
No, I think she thought my boyfriend blew me off because they said that's why they make him such a prick in the beginning, and why he so that when he doesn't show up later, it'd be believable to Tina because he's such a flaky asshole boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could buy that. Okay.
Yeah.
Then she gets to the party, she starts slutting out. Like, ask me if I care. She's fucking dancing with other guys and shit.
Let's grind it up, man.
Yeah. Give her a little boost, she forgets all about. She's fucking just, pleading her fucking her love to this man, to this little girl. And then she gets to the party and whatever. All bets are off.
Right. And then Samantha gets a scythe, to the whatever. It's kind of a cutaway kill. You don't really see anything. But, she does have a little chase there, and her boobies are covered in blood. And that's always a good image.
It will destroy you too. One day, Michael, this rage which drives you, you think if you kill them all, it will go away. It won't. You have to fight it in the place where it's strongest, where it all began. If you want to get rid of this rage, Michael, go home. Go home! Go to your house. I shall be there waiting for you. You'll find her waiting for you.
Okay, this entire time, fucking Jamie and her little boyfriend guy have been making their way to Tina.
There you go. How the fuck did they get out of the clinic?
Yeah, and
How
why?
do two kids? But they're about to put on this play, right? Everyone's doing a little thing for Halloween, and they're going to put on this play, and then she starts freaking out again, right?
Yeah,
then,
she has another vision, and I do like this little bit with her, where she's mimicking Michael, like putting his mask on. I think that's that part. And she's like, putting her hands up to her face, and she's looking all wide-eyed and stuff. I kind of like that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like she's doing charades with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was okay, for what it was. And they're going to make their way to this barn,
Yeah, they make it there, and then apparently everyone's leaving. It's, the party's over, and the fucking cops are dead. I guess Michael killed the cops. We didn't see that, but they're dead, and then the fucking the chase happens through the fucking through the field, and Michael's trying to run down Jamie, with the car or whatnot,
right?
And
Loomis shows up, right?
Yeah, we get to the forest. They drive off through a field. They get to a wooded area. Michael crashes the car into a fucking tree. I do like this little bit because he lands on the horn, and then Tina and Jamie are looking at each other, and they're like, "Oh, we're okay." And then the horn stops.
Yeah, that was good.
I like that. That's a little element that's kind of cool. Then, what Tina sacrifices herself at this point, doesn't she? So Jamie can get away, or some fucking bullshit. I don't know. I don't even remember how Tina dies.
I forgot. I was going to ask you. Yeah. I was going to ask you that. Does she die? And if so, how?
Yeah, that's how. Yeah. She jumps in the way, or she jumps on Michael so that Jamie can get away, essentially. And then all of a sudden, Loomis just comes out, and Loomis just shows up. They're like, "Well, fuck. We need Dr. Loomis in this scene. Let's just write him in."
Yep, there he is.
Well, how did he get there? Quit asking so many goddamn questions. He's there, okay? He's Loomis.
He must have come with the other cops or something.
The cops show up afterwards. Loomis,
really?
Loomis shows up in the forest area and grabs Jamie. And
that's right. She's running, and then he grabs her.
And then the cops show up. Yeah, you see him in the background, and you think it's Michael, but it's really Loomis. Like, where the fuck did you come from, old man?
Yep. He's fucking always trailing Michael. You couldn't wait.
God.
Here we go. I'm finally fucking within the vicinity of Michael again. Yeah.
Jesus.
Doesn't he go to the house earlier and he's like, how about that? When he goes to the house earlier and he looks in the laundry chute and he gets scared and then he laughs. That's the only time you see him laugh. Except for part one when he scares Lonnie. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He finds humor in that of all things. What was that came out of the laundry chute? I never knew what that was. Was it laundry? Old ass laundry?
Yeah, I think so.
Way back when?
Yeah.
It was like a wrapped up white sheet or something?
It's a jizz rag. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It could have been.
It's been used so much it was fucking walking away on its own. Then the cops show up and everything's gonna be okay. They pick up Jamie and the other boy, whoever the fuck that is, and everything's gonna be okay. Yeah. And then the cops leave, but Loomis is still there, and this is where I guess this is the iconic speech of the movie, maybe one of them. I don't know. It's where he's saying, "Go home.
Yeah.
You'll never settle this rage." And
it's rage. Yeah, it's great. I can't even do his voice in this movie. It's so different. It's not like it was in the other ones. He sounds different.
He's a whack job.
He is a whack job. How about later? He does have a good line when they go back to the house and they're getting set up for the finale, and the cop says to him, he says, what does he say? He says, "Wait a minute, Loomis," or something. And Loomis goes, "There isn't a minute to wait." So urgent. I'd love to say that in a situation.
Okay, so Loomis at this point convinces Meeker that they need to set up like a sting, yes, and draw him into his old house. Now, as ludicrous as that is, I guess it's their only option. They got to get rid of this fucker. But
he challenges them. He tells them to go back to where it all began. Get rid of this shit. Fucking go back home.
This house is still there. I find that's believable. Who owns the house? Somebody owns this fucking house. It's probably a realtor. I understand that it doesn't sell because it's a murder house, but come the fuck on. Tear the house down or something. What has been happening here? First of all, the house looks totally different. It's much bigger. Absolutely much bigger. And it is so run down. And it's in a nice neighborhood. Is there no neighborhood committee to keep up, these kind of things in a fucking neighborhood. I don't know. I'm not a homeowner, but I think there's regulations for you got to mow your grass.
That's the spook house. Yeah, nobody fucks with it, man.
Yeah, nobody at all. Nobody even looks at it, I guess. It's a fucking eyesore for the neighborhood. You would think somebody a realtor would do something about it, tear it down at the very least. Fuck.
Yeah, well, we find out in the next movie about that, the realtor and fucking in that house.
Oh,
actually. Yeah. But this is 10 years later. I mean, what the fuck? No, I'm sorry. It's not 10 years. It's 11 years later. The other one should happen the year before. Sorry.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you're right. It's going to sit that way all those years. No one's going to do anything with it. I could see you not being able to sell it because of what happened there, I suppose. But, I mean, it was just one murder. Am I right?
Yeah.
He killed his sister in that house. That was it.
Yeah,
nothing else has happened there.
Nope. But
you can sell the Amityville house time and time again. You can't sell that house, right? How many fucking sequels did they make for Amityville? Shit.
There's also another funny bit in here where, all the cops are in the fucking bushes, and and Meeker's radioing to everybody. Hey, you in your position? You in your position? Can he see you? Do you think he can see you? It's like, no, he can't see me. And fucking Loomis is like, yeah, but he can hear you.
Right?
I fucking died. Loomis like, hey, you guys are talking very loud. Do you understand that, right? I love that.
Oh, that's good. How about later when he smashes the walkie-talkie for no reason? Loomis fucking finally loses his cool. Instead of just shutting it off and not paying attention to what's going on outside, he fucking wants to scare Jamie or something. He fucking smashes the walkie-talkie against
He's the one with the rage.
Rage!
I mean,
right.
He's grabbing Jamie Lloyd and fucking, where's Michael? And he's fucking, talking about rage. It's him. He's got the fucking rage.
He's off his fucking rocker.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Right? Oh, well, how about that mask? I don't know why it just popped into my head now, but you know who the Michael Myers mask looks like? Fucking Nicolas Cage in this movie.
Wow. Holy shit. He should get a credit for this.
Right, I think they just stole a fucking Nicolas Cage mask instead of I don't know. They stole it from the what was that movie? Valley Girls.
No shit. Now
they had a Valley Girls fucking playset, and that was his mask.
Okay, let's talk about this mask. I mean, it's terrible for one.
Oh.
Okay, it's the same production company. After you knew you were going to make another one, you knew that.
Yeah,
I understand.
You sure as fuck did. Yeah.
Did they just want to do something different, or did they literally throw these masks away? I mean, they
didn't learn from their prior mistakes.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 4.
I don't like the mask in 4, but at least it would have been consistent. It just changes so drastically.
It's like Jason's look in the sequels.
Yeah,
everyone wants to put a different spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
the mask in his face. I don't know.
At least then there's like some kind of semblance between the hockey masks. As they move, they're different. But this is like just unbelievably different. You know what it is? I just figured it out. That little fucking water slide ride that he took, it water warped the mask, and that's why it has so many more features in it and stuff now, because it's water damage. Yep, figured it out. Okay.
And it sat in that guy's fucking place for a year around fucking that parrot shit and whatever. Sardines shit. And everything else that's going on. Yeah.
Sardines, parrot shit, water. We've explained it. Perfect.
There you go. It ends up being fucking a Nick Cage mask.
Nick Cage. Nick Cage, your skin looks so good. How do you treat that? Well, with sardines and parrot shit. It keeps my youthful glaze, going on my skin. They're holed up in the house. This is where the tagline of the movie comes in. It's Michael lives, and this time they're ready. But
okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fucking tagline. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, it's because Tina dies, because Jamie has such a fucking love for Tina for some reason, and it's because Tina gets killed that now she's willing to help Loomis finally, with his master plan. And his master plan is not to have the cops kill him. It's for her to be alone in the house so Loomis can kill them. She's putting a lot of faith in this fucking doctor that's been screaming at her the entire movie, and it's just difficult to believe. Yeah,
now she's bait.
Yeah, now
that's
she's
what
the
it all
bait.
Comes down to.
Yeah, and so the cops get out of there because they lie to him and say that Michael's at such and such. They fucking burn out of there. One cop stays behind. And yeah, that's where he bashes the fucking the walkie-talkie with his fucking rage, because he's going to call it in. Obviously, there's something fucking wrong here.
Right.
Everybody's listening to a goddamn psychiatrist with a pistol. Michael comes back to the house. What happens? He ends up killing the cop by hanging him because they know he's in the house.
That was good.
Yeah, that was okay. He knows he's in the house. He's trying to get Jamie out of there, and then with like a rope ladder of some sort, and then Michael hangs him on that, and that was interesting. I liked that actor. He's like a character actor, and I think he was in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And when I saw that, it put a smile on my face, just knowing that he was in that movie.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, I like that movie. Oh, a movie I like, not this piece of shit. Ace Ventura.
Indeed.
Oh my God. What happens to Loomis? Because I know we get the iconic chase with Jamie and the fucking laundry chute and all that stuff.
Yeah. We get that, and then she goes upstairs. And then we have the she hides in the fucking thing. When it all ends, she hides in that coffin. Isn't it a coffin that's in that room?
It's that coffin that he stole from the graveyard with the 9-year-old girl.
That's the explanation. That's why they did that.
Yeah, that's
very good. Thank you. Wow.
And it's also the room where it's upstairs where he killed
his sister,
Judith. Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he comes in the room that's after that laundry chute business, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Loomis by this time is there.
Yeah, he goes to disarm him, and then he snaps and he stabs him and he falls off the ledge. That's right.
Yep. That's what it is.
Then, okay, so Jamie goes upstairs, and this is where she finds Rachel. This is where she finds Max the dog.
Yes.
And
dog killer.
and all that. So this fucking scene angers me to no end, because Michael comes into the room. For some reason, there's a bunch of candles lit. I don't know who did that. I guess
what the fuck?
I guess maybe Loomis did that. I have no idea.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I never thought it was Loomis. I just assumed Michael did it, and it had something to do with the coffin being there, and it was like tribute to Judith.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It was kind of like a fucking like a Jason Part 2 thing with his mother's head. I don't know.
It makes no sense, but
no, it doesn't.
He comes into the room.
Where would he even get candles?
and Jamie she doesn't know what to do. She's trapped, so she jumps in the coffin. Michael comes up, and she stops him in his tracks by calling him Uncle. Okay, and I get that. But then she immediately says, after a breath, Boogeyman. Like, what the fuck? Uncle, like, I'm sure she's just a kid, and she's freaked out. She doesn't know anything, but Uncle, Boogeyman, it's like it's laughable. They have a moment. Oh my God, a touching moment.
Yeah.
And Michael starts.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, let me see. And then he sheds a tear. Because why does he shed a tear? He wants to kill her. I don't fucking get it.
Because he's controlled by Thorn.
Oh,
he doesn't want to do
it.
it.
Just fuck it. Podcast over. Fuck this shit.
See ya.
Pulling
a fucking Michael J on you. I'm explaining the whole series again and again to Thorn.
Thorn. Cult of Thorn. Oh, bro. But okay, no. Here's the other thing too. We've seen in this movie.
Was that from Pigs in Space?
Yeah.
Pigs in Space.
perfect. We've seen in this movie Michael's hands, and he still has the scars from when he supposedly, let's just say, from when he burned to death.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And he still has the scars. He takes the mask off. I realize they're trying to keep him in shadow and stuff, but he is not fucking burned. Get the fuck out. They do nothing to his face to even allude to the fact that happened. Why are they so fucking lazy?
You're right. Why didn't they put makeup on his face? I never even thought of that shit.
Something. He has no scars, nothing. He burned to a fucking crisp.
Yeah, the mask burned too. We've seen that fucking heavily at the end of part 2 before the credits roll. That mask got burned.
In part 4, they had him bandaged up for 10 years because they was so bad. The burning, and then a year later, it's like
burning. It was like Cropsy and fucking the burning, fucking in that ward, burned fucking 90% of his body. You know.
And then they just throw out all that continuity. They're like, wow, they're not going to see. This is in the age of home video. People have pause and rewind. You fucking dumbasses. They're going. That angers me more than anything else. The fact that they just don't care about Michael Myers, the fucking Halloween. They just want to get something out there and make some money off of it. This is a clear point of that in this movie, that they just don't give a shit about this character at all.
I think that they want as clear a face as possible so you can actually see the tear. You wouldn't be able to see the tear come out if his face was all burnt up. Yeah,
but
that's the best I got. They wanted it to be clean and clear that there's no question that Michael Myers shed a tear. Yeah, and I guess if you had bumps or burns to the face, it might not have, worked. That's the best I got. But that, I don't know. That's what popped in my head. But they do have his fucking faces as fucking fresh as a baby's ass.
It is, yeah.
What the fuck? What are they doing?
Oh my god!
But that's probably the reason why. Speaking of video, this movie was fucking. It ended up coming out direct to video every fucking place except North America.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. After fucking the success of 4. Yeah, it just goes to show you that they couldn't even put it in fucking theaters in other countries. Direct to video. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting little fact about it.
Another thing I noticed this time that I'd never noticed before is that on the title screen, when they show the title of the movie, it's just Halloween 5. It doesn't have the fucking dumbass revenge subtitle. I noticed that this time. I was like, wow, it's not called Revenge. Am I like?
Wow.
Yeah. Where do you go for the definitive title? Is it the poster? Is it fucking the internet? Is it the actual movie? It's got to be the actual movie. I mean, what?
Of course.
So they just tacked that on. They needed something. They need some kind of bullet point to like.
Wow, isn't that something? Yeah. Somebody in production must have said, well, the last time Halloween 3 was Season of the Witch, Halloween 4 was the return of Michael Myers. We got to continue on with this fucking subtitle thing. With the,
Yeah.
Somebody last minute said, okay, I don't care what that film says. When you market this movie, you say the Revenge of Michael Myers. Fuck it, who cares? Nothing else makes sense. You may as well just market it this way. You think anybody's going to remember? You think, fuck, people are going to pick this apart fucking years from now on a podcast?
Even if we weren't, it's just like, it's just clear apathy for for the idiots that would put out money to watch this. It's like, well, they don't care because they're morons.
Right.
Oh, fuck these people. Okay,
right?
So
that's true.
here's another thing about this whole unmasking thing at the end that really pissed me off. The trailer, and this might be on the DVD, I don't know, but I distinctly remember one of the trailers, and one of the selling points was the fact that Michael's alive, this time they're ready for him, and this time he's unmasked. They make a point to sell that to you in the commercial or the TV spot or something.
Wow.
And it's a fucking... And for what? It's like, there's no reason that that's a selling point. I mean, it is because we want to see his fucked up face or something, but nothing comes of it except for this stupid-ass tear.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
And I remember when this movie came out, Fangoria magazine but the one that dropped right before it. To this day, I remember the headline. It says Halloween 5. Then it says Michael cries, Loomis dies. That's what it said.
Yeah.
And I had that magazine. That was when I was still buying them every month. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that really didn't happen. Loomis didn't die, but we're led to believe he dies.
Yeah. They really make it seem like he's dead. And
well, how does he keep surviving? He survived the fire. Then he survived fucking stabbing again and again.
Play a game. Catch the little girl. Catch. Mike. Oh. Get the little girl, then you're home and safe. Die, Michael. Die.
Yeah, so the chase, escapes from, upstairs. Michael freaks out when she touches him, and he puts his mask back on, runs downstairs. Loomis comes back. Okay, he's been stabbed or whatever, but he's ready for him now, and he somehow set up this chain net on the ceiling. Awesome, good move. I mean, it's smart. It makes sense. And he's got a tranq gun,
Yeah, he's prepared. Well, he did have a little time to prepare.
He's like, well, bullets don't stop this guy, but drugs will stop him. It's like...
It's true. Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Rage!
Leave it to a doctor. He wanted him shut up with fucking Thorazine in part 1,
Yeah.
I guess he thinks I guess he believes more in drugs than bullets.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then once he's under the fucking chain net, then Loomis grabs a board, because it's a fucking worn down house. There's just boards laying around, and attempts to beat his ass with it. And then kind of orgasms on top of Michael.
Right.
Come on. That's a fucking orgasm. That's what he does, right?
I knew you were going to go there with that. Absolutely. His life is complete.
He is so satisfied.
Rage!
He's even pulling a Tommy Jarvis. He's hitting him with the wood and he's saying, die!
Yeah.
Die! Instead of die! Now it's fucking die! He even stole Tommy Jarvis's line. He says die like 3 times, hitting him with the fucking big old 2x4, and then at the end, his life comes full circle. Michael's gone. And he fucking falls right on top of him.
He fucking collapses right on him, and he needs a cigarette. Holy shit.
Rage!
So that's a finale, my friend.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I don't want to say I would have been satisfied with that, but I definitely was not satisfied with what came next. Oh, cut to the fucking police station. And I tell you what, the probably the most laughable image of this movie is seeing Michael behind bars with the kind of a side angle, him just looking down with his mask on. Cops, take the mask off him. He's in a police station. He's a wanted killer. Well, you can wear that for a few more hours. It's fine. It's fine, Mr. Myers. Just keep the mask on. What the fuck? He's all sad and mopey because I don't know, because fucking Loomis got off and he didn't. I don't fucking know. Loomis didn't give him a reach around. So then we get the fucking iconic ending of the escape. And another thing that's hilarious about this is not the fact that the Men in Black shows up, but the fact that he has a fucking like Uzi or something. And is going to fucking town on these cops. Just fucking
right?
It's like he's just stepped out of the Terminator or something, with this fucking gun. And Uzi 9mm, he's fucking it's fucking awesome.
Right?
And then you get the explosion. Why did he have to blow off the bars of the... Okay, he killed all the cops. Are you saying that none of these cops have the keys to this fucking jail cell? on their person? Nah, just for good measure. Michael, step to the back of the cell. I'm going to make these bars explode real quick. Hang on.
Right.
And Michael's like, well, the keys, this guy has the keys. They're right there. Michael, just step back. I'm going to blow open this door with these explosives. Okay, it's going to work better.
Just so we can get fire in the finale. Fire!
Yeah, that's it. Just so it looks cool, because...
Right. It's kind of dramatic, though. When they go back in there and Jamie looks and they see that the bars are blown, it wouldn't have been as effective as the door just being opened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I think that's what it was. It was just a little more effective and made more of an impact. The fucking bars are tore up and there's fire there, so he was blown out of there. So, kind of a climax to the movie.
Okay, now let me ask you this, because I don't have any memories of seeing this for the first time and just wondering what the fuck. But you might, because you saw this in the theater and left, I think, upset. What did you think of this ending with the Men in Black and what that entailed?
Shaking my head, fucking say, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fucking stupid.
Stupid, yeah. It could have worked if they had any kind of sense as to how to write a movie. I'm not saying I do, but since nothing is explained, since all the characters, every single one of them, are totally opposite from how they've kind of been portrayed before, they just fucked all the characters up, and they just fucked up the whole storyline, that this added bit is just like the cherry on top of a fucking shit sundae. You know what I mean?
You're right.
I don't know if I want to rewrite the movie, but it's like, well, what would I have done if I was given the task to make Halloween 5? I don't know. I would have said it, the same night, maybe. It's like, just pick it up then. If they wanted to continue the psychic connection thing, it was just written so sloppily. It just doesn't come across on screen. When we're having this much speculation on why things are happening, it's not good. Not a good thing at all.
It was completely rushed. That's all there is to it. It's the low point of the series.
Definite low point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't seen Resurrection since the day it came out, and I fucking said I never would, but I'm going to do it for the show. But, we'll see when I watch that how I feel again. But, I think pretty much you could say that this is the low point of the series. And it's pretty much, I would say universally, that's what people think.
The only reason you would need to watch this movie is
to set up 6?
Yes. Well, and to bridge the gap between 4 and 6, because 4 leaves on a cliffhanger of Jamie, and so you got to kind of understand, if you're going to watch 6, you got to kind of understand how that sort of wraps up, I guess. Yeah, the Men in Black stuff, it's like you don't necessarily need to see this movie for that, but the ending, you do need to know that the Man in Black took Michael away, and at the same time, you don't know it then, but you find out in the next movie that they kidnapped Jamie Lloyd at the same time. This movie doesn't explain that, but that does happen. So, yeah, let's do some ratings here, I guess. Okay, I give this a 1. I hate this movie. I don't like to watch it, and this is probably the last time I'm actually gonna. I can't say that, but I don't like this movie. I hate this movie. It's a 1. It shits on everything, absolutely everything. This makes part 4 look like fucking Halloween 1, dude. Are you kidding me? This movie does everything wrong. They had, I don't even want to say they had good intentions, because they didn't want to make a good movie. They wanted to make money. That's it. It is fucking obvious. This movie's a 1. Stick it up your crack.
There you go. Well, I was gonna say 1, but I'm gonna go 1.5 for one reason only. I get some comedy out of it.
Yeah.
I do get a little joy out of it. So I don't want to say I completely hate it. There's nothing redeeming about it, because I still get a little fun with it. Yeah, I'll still stay stick it up your crack. I have to say that because my sense of humor is different from everybody else's. So
Right.
I did get a little bit of humor in there with Loomis and him floating down the stream and a couple other things, and that made me laugh. So 1.5 is where I stand, and yeah, low point of the series though. What else can we say? I can't believe we spent this much time talking about it, but we did.
Blows my mind. So, yeah, I mean, that fucking wraps it up. The Revenge of Michael Myers. Let's never come back.
Happy Halloween, everybody!